Every year, the 16th of October is marked as Restart a Heart Day in Europe. The Kids Saves Lives campaign is at the heart of this year's celebration. We're joined by Dr. Andrew Lockie, Honorary Secretary of the Resuscitation Council in the UK, Dr. Paul Clyburn, President of the Association of Anaesthetists of Great Britain and Ireland, and Dr. Jay, a consultant anaesthetist in London. Dr. Lockie, can kids really save lives?
Absolutely. If children can perform cardiopulmonary resuscitation, otherwise known as CPR, then they can indeed save lives. It's very easy to teach, it's very popular for them to learn it, and it's a vital part, it's indeed the first part of the chain of survival.
But isn't this job for the emergency services? Why should school children need to be involved?
For every minute that passes after someone has a cardiac arrest out of hospital, their chances of survival deteriorate. And in reality, it can take quite a few minutes for the emergency services to arrive. So if bystanders, if children can do CPR straight away, the chances of survival are improved. And we could see thousands of lives saved every year as a result of this.
Dr. Clyburn, it takes 3 years to train a paramedic, 5 years to train a medic. How long do you think you need to train school children in CPR?
The evidence shows that children are very receptive to CPR training. You should be able to train them, and they can retain their skills just by 2 hours of training per year.
But with just 2 hours a year, are the children any good?
Not only are they good, they serve as multipliers. So when they get home, they can teach their brothers, their sisters, their parents, and even their grandparents to do CPR.
Dr. Jay, you do community work with young people. What is the optimal age to start teaching CPR?
12 years is the quoted figure. This is based on evidence which suggests that below 12, children might not be strong enough to do CPR. However, what we do find is that some 10-year-olds and even 9-year-olds, if taught, can talk adults through doing CPR.
And what is the scale of the problem? Dr. Jay, can you hear me? Dr. Jay, are you all right? Dr. Jay, Dr. Jay. Dr. Jay? Are you Dr. Jay? Who are you?
I'm Mrs. Hyde, and I'll be speaking on Dr. Jay's behalf.
Are you twins?
You can save a life. Ooh, ooh. You can change a life. Ooh, ooh. Restore the heart. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. With your hands, your hands. You can save a life. With your hands, your hands. Restore the heart. With your hands, your hands. Give a second chance. With your hands in my hands. Ooh, 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 ooh. When a man drops because his heart stops, it may not be the end if in time you attend. You don't need to be a doctor to do resuscitation. You just need 2 hands and some motivation. Yeah, it's called basic life support. It's a simple skill and it can be taught. So we all need to learn and remember. You may need it for a friend or a family member. With your hands, your hands.
You have to make sure it is what? Safe. Safe! Good! You have to make sure it's safe. Mr. Jones!
Are you okay? Wake up, Jeff! Help! 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 Can you call an ambulance?
Hello, is the ambulance? Now, if you're alone and you shout help, help, and there's still nobody, you need to call the ambulance. B. Check if they're breathing. And normally if I'm breathing, what part of me moves?
Yes, the chest.
Your chest. 100 and 120, that's fine. It's better to go too fast than to go too slow. So if you think you're going a bit faster, it's okay. But if you think you're going a bit slow, speed up.
With your hands, your hands. You can save a life with your hands, your.
Interlock. Interlock. Good. Because this is going to support this, right?
With your hands, your hands. You can save a life with your hands, your hands. Let's start a heart with your hands, your hands. Give a second chance with your hands in my hands. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
These are all members of the public, all right? Can you see the paramedics haven't arrived? 1 minute, keep going. 2 minutes, we're still waiting for the ambulance to arrive. So what would have happened if they weren't doing this? He would be dying for 1 minute, for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes while everybody is waiting for the ambulance to come. And the whole importance of CPR resuscitation is saving lives.
S, A, B, C. Dad, can I play resuscitation, please?
No, Koa, please, Koa.
Please. You said we can play last week.
Please, later, please.
It's been a week now.
Okay. Oh, chest pain. Oh, it's paining.
Safety approach. Dad. No sign of breathing. No sign of breathing? That means no living. Mom, call the ambulance.
Your hands, my hands. Your hands, my hands.
This is very hard work.
Yeah, I know it's hard work, but keep going. Help is on its way, and I am not stopping yet. I want my brother to survive.
Dad, please stop. Please. You're my only dad, please. Wake up. No, this is not funny. Okay, now I'm gonna put you in the recovery position. So here the arm goes, and here the arm goes, and then here the leg goes here.
Thank you, Koa. Am I alive again? Thank you, Koa.
Hello? Hi, hello sir, hello. Jane, do you call for help please? Hello? Patient's not responding. Not responding. Okay, flash call. What's happening? It's got a cardiac arrest.
Hi guys, somebody put out a cardiac arrest call. Okay guys, I'll just confirm cardiac arrest.
Heads are on.
Okay, it looks like a systole on the monitor, so we can carry on the CPR. Okay, so Jane, if you can start the clock for 2 minutes please and tell me when we've got 30 seconds.
Okay.
VJ, could you get me some peripheral IV access and take some bloods please? Belinda, could you get me 1 milligram of 110,000 adrenaline?
Can you give me an LMA? Okay, I've got 30 seconds to go guys.
Guys, can you carry on with good, effective chest compressions please? Thank you. Can you have a 3-point pulse check please?
We have a pulse.
With your hands in my hands. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Now, Reese, how old are you?
I'm 12. My name's Akshay. Oh, I'm 16.
Johanna, how old are you?
I'm 13.
Have you heard about resuscitation?
Yeah, but a little bit. I've heard it's about just first aid, bring the person back to life, and something about CPR.
What is that?
You can save a life.
CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
So, Reese, what we wanted to do was find out from you whether you'd be interested in learning some resuscitation.
Yeah, definitely, it's a big life skill.
And do they teach it at your school? Is that something you're aware of?
No, they don't teach it at my school. Well, I haven't learned about it yet, but they probably do teach it out in older year groups.
I don't even understand why CPR teaching isn't a mandatory part of the school syllabus yet. It just makes sense.
I think it would be important to learn it in school because it's important for everyone to know how to keep someone alive.
You would see if there's any danger and you would call 999. I'll just give a little shake on their shoulders and say, hello, can you hear me? And do you have to open their airway? Do you check if they're still breathing or not? You have to do that compression.
Have you ever tried chest compressions yourself?
Only on mannequins before, but not in real person yet.
Yeah, I've seen it in like video games and like television and that. I haven't seen it in real life yet.
And you think it's quite straightforward to learn?
I'm pretty sure everyone can learn it. It's a very useful technique as well.
So I think the message is that we need to educate as many people as possible,
yes.
And even from a young age.
I think it's a big help. I mean, you know, the few minutes that you have, it could be a life changer.
At the end of the day, it can happen to anyone. There are 2,000 deaths every day within the US and Europe alone. If we live in a society where young people know how to do CPR, I'm sure we can make a difference.
So that if you're in a sweet shop, yeah, and there's only you, and then they go to get sweet food, and then they drop on the floor, and there's only you, and then it's a good thing for you to know, so you can help them. But if you didn't know, then you're about to make them die. But if you do know, you can help them to see if they can survive.
And they'll be there to get sweets for you next time, won't they?
You can save a life.
Sudden cardiac arrest isn't something that only happens to old and older people. These days it happens to young people, like myself. People who wake up feeling well and healthy, and suddenly their heart stops, and they are dead. But if someone like me or one of the other students knows how to do CPR, we could start doing the right things even before the ambulance arrives. And that could save someone's life. So this is really, really important.
Like when someone has a cardiac arrest outside a hospital, people standing by are afraid that they'll do the wrong thing. But you have to think of it this way: this person is dead. And if I do nothing, they'll stay dead. If I do something, I might revive them. And yeah, it's really important to learn how to do it correctly, but what's more important is to pluck up the courage and do something. I have mates of mine who worry about breaking a person's ribs, but if they live, the doctors and the nurses can fix their broken bones. You have to remember, the worst thing to do when someone has a sudden cardiac arrest is to do nothing.
Hi, my name is Ifamaka. I'm 15 years old, and as you can see, I'm trained in CPR. So why don't you take on the challenge and get trained? Save a life. If I can do it, so can you.
This is Tashfik Alam reporting for Tottenham News.
Sudden cardiac arrest is a killer. It's a steal.
Alina! Jamal! 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 Alina! Alina! Jamal! Jamal!
It's a steal. It's a ripper.
Mama!
It's a steal. It's a ripper.
Mama! Mama! Jamal! Jamal! Please don't die. Please don't die. Okay. Jamal! Jamal, come now!
What? What are you calling me for?
Okay, I need to start compressions. I need to start doing compressions.
Alina, what's happening?
Mama, she's not breathing. She's not responding. Mama, please don't die.
What?
Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance, quick.
My mother, she's not breathing. She collapsed.
Where are you? 48-year-old woman, cardiac arrest at home. CPR in progress being done by 14-year-old daughter. Cause of collapse unknown. Location is... Jamal, put your sister on the phone.
I can't stop, Jamal. Put it on speaker.
Alina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Please come quickly.
The ambulance is on the way. Where is your mother?
She's on the floor.
What are you doing?
I'm doing heart compressions.
So you know how to do CPR?
Yes. We're taught in school.
How fast are you doing the compressions?
100 beats per minute to that song with your hands.
With your hands, your hands.
Good. Keep going, Alina. Does your brother know how to do CPR?
I can show him.
The compressions must continue. If you start to tire, let your brother help you.
Jamal, come this way so I can show you.
I don't remember. I don't know.
It's fine, I'll show you. Just place your hands the way I've placed mine, okay?
We're there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just ease yourself into it, okay? Remember to go as deep as you can.
Alright, okay. Am I doing it right?
Yeah, if it helps, sing it to the beat of the music. That's right, just keep it going. As deep as you can, okay?
The ambulance is now outside your door. Alina, take over the compressions from your brother. Have you done that? Jamal, the ambulance crew is outside. Go and let them in.
Doing a great job, Alina. Just continue your compressions, alright? Alright. So what I'm going to have to get you to do, Alina, is stop just so I can do my checks, okay? You're doing great. Terry, can you get the BVN and pads up, please?
It's the steal, it's the rip. Sudden cardiac arrest is a killer. It's the steal, it's the rip.
Jamal, don't forget to call power, okay?
Cardiac arrest is a killer. It's the steal, it's the ripper. It's the steal, it's the ripper.
Grace, is it okay if I come in?
Yes, it is.
Hello. Right, so that's Alina.
That's Alina, her daughter.
They don't know even say the name.
Well done, Alina. I've been wanting to meet you. Everybody's talking about you on the unit, you're the star. Your actions helped save your mother's life. Well done. So how's Fatima doing?
Fatima's doing very well. Morning observations have been fine.
Alina, would you like to work in hospital when you grow up?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Have a think about it, because I think you've shown that you really do belong with us.
It's true, you know, Alina. You'll make a good nurse.
Or a doctor.
Or a doctor.
And Fatima, I think you should be very proud of your daughter.
Yes, I am. She's my Eva. She's very, very special.
Are you twins?
With your hands.